Welcome back, everyone. If you're someone who loves to learn with focus and clarity, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we've got a fantastic explainer lined up for you. We're diving deep into the nutritional foundations for longevity, specifically targeting life after 55. We aren't just talking about your run-of-the-mill generic healthy eating here. No, we're talking about how to strategically win the longevity game by understanding the exact biological shifts happening in our bodies right now and exactly how to fuel them.
So what actually biologically happens to our bodies at age 55? Honestly, a lot of people think of this age as the start of some, inevitable decline. But I'm here to tell you that is simply the wrong framing. The reality? Your body isn't breaking down. It's just undergoing a biological rule change. The way your cells operate, the way you process food, and even the way you maintain muscle, it all fundamentally shifts. And if we want to keep playing the game of life at a really high level, well, we need to understand these new rules.
Okay, let's dive into this. To help us navigate this massive shift, we're turning to the research and insights of US-based nutrition expert Tara Collingwood. Her entire mission is laser-focused on optimizing health after 55. She views nutrition not as some restrictive diet, but as a highly specific, adaptive strategy. It makes sense, right? If the rules of our biology are changing, then our nutritional strategy has to change right along with it.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're up against. Collingwood identifies 3 specific physiological hurdles. First up, decreased muscle protein synthesis. Simply put, your body just isn't as good at turning the protein you eat into muscle mass anymore. Second, increased oxidative stress. This is what accelerates cellular aging and inflammation. And third, less efficient nutrient absorption. Meaning, you could be eating all the right foods, but your body is extracting way fewer nutrients from them. It's like pouring premium gas into a car with a clogged filter. So, a new biological game requires a completely new targeted dietary strategy.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our first system upgrade. Section 1. Fueling bones and muscles. These are your targeted upgrades for strength.
Our first upgrade is an old favorite, but we really need to look at it in a whole new way. Eggs. I want you to literally stop thinking about eggs just as a standard, everyday breakfast option. After 55, eggs become highly functional packages of nutrition. In fact, they're one of the few food sources of choline, which is absolutely critical for your brain health. Plus, they deliver high-quality, easily absorbable protein to directly combat that loss in muscle synthesis we just talked about, right alongside lutein, which is an absolute superstar for protecting your vision as you age.
But to get these protective benefits for your muscles and your eyes, the strategy requires precision. The specific, actionable dosage recommended here is 1 to 2 eggs per day. That's it. It's a small, incredibly easy-to-manage amount that delivers a massive return on investment for your body.
Next up in our bone and muscle category is unsweetened yogurt. Now notice the unsweetened part there. We are definitely avoiding added sugars that just drive up inflammation. Think of this as a triple threat for your body. It delivers another highly bioavailable source of protein, an essential dose of calcium for your bone density, and those all-important probiotics to fiercely support your gut. And the daily target to hit for this triple threat? Exactly 1 glass or cup per day. It is a highly efficient, no-nonsense way to maintain the structural integrity of your bones while keeping your digestive system totally primed.
To round out this section, we've got to look at the absolute foundation of your bone and heart health, leafy greens. We're talking about your spinach, your lettuce, your kale. So why are these literally vital after 55? Because they are absolutely loaded with vitamin K, folate, and magnesium. These nutrients are basically non-negotiable cofactors. Your body uses them to actively keep calcium in your bones where it belongs and out of your arteries where it doesn't.
But, how much is actually enough? Well, you need either 1 cup of cooked greens or 2 cups of raw greens every single day. Keep in mind, cooking greens shrinks them down and can actually make certain nutrients more accessible. But hey, whether you prefer a massive raw salad or a nice side of sautéed spinach, hitting this exact volume is your new daily mission.
All right, moving right along to Section 2, protecting the heart and brain. These are our targeted upgrades for circulation and cognition.
To combat that rising oxidative stress we mentioned earlier, our absolute ultimate weapon is fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, herring, and yes, even sardines. We really need to learn to love them. These aren't just meals, folks. They are the ultimate cardiovascular, joint, and brain protectors. They're total powerhouses of omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, both of which are notoriously difficult to get in sufficient amounts from other foods, and they are absolutely critical for keeping your cognitive functions super sharp.
Now, what's really interesting here is the precision of the dosage. The recommendation isn't just, hey, eat more fish. It's highly specific, at least 80 to 100 grams daily. To put that into perspective, that translates to roughly a 3 to 3.5 ounce serving. Hitting this specific metric is exactly what actively protects the neural pathways in your brain and keeps your joints beautifully lubricated.
Next up in our cognitive defense system, berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. You should think of these as sweet, incredibly potent anti-inflammatory defenders. They are just packed to the brim with polyphenols and antioxidants. Their specific job in this whole longevity strategy is to actually cross the blood-brain barrier and actively slow down cognitive decline by clearing out the metabolic waste that just naturally builds up over time.
To keep your brain sharp and fully defended, your daily actionable target is half a cup to 1 full cup of berries. Pro tip, throw them into that unsweetened yogurt we talked about earlier, and boom, you've just combined 2 of these longevity upgrades into one highly efficient, delicious meal.
Okay, to really lock in this cardiovascular protection, we add extra virgin olive oil. If berries are your brain defenders, extra virgin olive oil is your daily anti-inflammatory armor that fiercely protects your heart. The incredibly high concentration of monounsaturated fats and specific polyphenols in quality olive oil actively works to keep your blood vessels flexible, clear, and functioning perfectly. And the best part? You really don't need to overdo it to get the benefits. A small but mighty dose of 1 to 2 tablespoons every single day is the target. Use it as a dressing on those 2 cups of raw leafy greens, and you are building a seriously powerful compounding effect of heart health.
Which brings us to Section 3, balancing the gut and blood. These are your essential upgrades for digestion and metabolism.
So, to overcome our third hurdle, that less efficient nutrient absorption, we are going to start with beans and legumes. These guys are absolute master regulators of your metabolism. They provide excellent plant protein, sure, but more importantly, they are loaded with soluble fiber, magnesium, and potassium. This specific combo makes them incredibly effective at grabbing onto cholesterol in your gut and masterfully controlling your blood sugar levels all day long.
To keep your blood sugar stable and your cholesterol totally in check, the specific target here is half a cup to 1 cup of cooked beans or legumes daily. It's such a simple, incredibly affordable addition to your diet, but it pays massive, massive dividends for your overall metabolic health.
Finally, we have to look at oats. Because nutrient absorption becomes a bit sluggish after 55, we desperately need foods that optimize the digestive tract itself. And let me tell you, oats are brilliant at this. They are packed with specific dietary fibers and B vitamins that not only smooth out digestion, but also significantly increase your body's insulin sensitivity. This means they actually help you process all your other nutrients way more effectively.
The actionable advice for this one is 1 to 2 servings of oats daily. Whether it's a warm, comforting bowl in the morning or some quick, soaked overnight oats, it's pretty much the perfect vehicle to optimize your gut environment for the rest of the day's longevity foods.
So the crucial point is, and this brings us right back to our expert Tara Collingwood. She says, consistency is paramount. Look, you can't just eat fatty fish once a month or have a random cup of berries every other week and expect to magically change the biological rules of aging. It doesn't work like that. The real magic of this entire biological strategy, the protein for your muscles, the omega-3s for your brain, the fiber for your gut, it literally only works through daily consistency.
We've laid out the entire roadmap for you. Eggs, unsweetened yogurt, leafy greens, fatty fish, berries, extra virgin olive oil, beans and legumes, and oats. So, I have to ask, which of these 8 longevity foods is missing from your plate today? Seriously, don't wait for tomorrow. Analyze your daily habits right now, make the upgrade, and take absolute control of your biological game. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.